you know, I just don't know what to say. If only 3R was cancelled, then I wouldn't have a problem watching this movie. That's it.
Like we used to do.
Godzilla King of the Monsters is the sequel to the first Godzilla film released back in 2014, and this movie is directed by Dougherty. The film takes place 5 years after the events of Godzilla, where San Francisco is under attack and now the world is facing extinction. However, meanwhile, Monarch has finds some discovery that titans do exist and there are monsters that are still somewhere out there in the world, and now what they're trying to do is to bring them together to face the one and only King of the Monster, Godzilla. Thus, that's what I can say about the plot so far, but there's more to be explained in this movie. Now when it comes to this movie, I was very excited that finally Godzilla is coming back to this big screen after 5 years of waiting, until realizing that hey, they're trying to create a universe out of this. So it's kind of cool to be able to see Godzilla having its own universe that left off from the first Godzilla film and Kong Skull Island. Back when Godzilla first came out, this movie was a thing to me. This movie was a thing and I really enjoyed it. And then leaving with 2017's Kong Skull Island, a movie I somewhat enjoyed. And then suddenly there's King of the Monsters, which I was very excited for this movie. Until then, I just got turned down. There was an event I had at the time which bothered my time for watching this film until, hey, there are some mixed reviews going on. Some films are getting bad ratings for this film, and somehow there are also some people who actually enjoy this movie. So after coming in, walking inside with a positive mind, trying to make sure I want to see what I want to see, when I walked in the theaters, what I want to see is a Godzilla film. Godzilla fighting against the Titans. And what do I get? Well, just the Titans. That's it. That's all I got. So if I were to side between the people who like the film and the people who hate the film, I see I'm going to be in between that. Because there are some issues that I had with the film. So these are just my feelings and thoughts I had with the film. The movie was overall fine. It left off 5 years after the first film. I mean, the beginning was great. They really tried to catch that vibe from what happened back in 2014 when the first film was released. But finally being able to see this movie feels different. I hate to say it, but it's Pacific Rim Uprising all over again. Which is just my thoughts. It's just my thoughts. That's it. You got a monster film. It's a sequel to what was released 5 years ago. However, you get new cast for the film, and some of the cast from the previous film that's still here, which is actually great. So what can I say about this movie is that this movie had this one keyword that you'll never ever find it anywhere but in the social class, and that's human conflict. That's just my only issue that I want to get straight to. I mean, first of all, there are many things that I like about the film. The film is having many situations unlike the first movie. I'm going to go back to Godzilla, the first film. The first film was enjoyable. I was able to enjoy it. The marketing works great, trying to tease what's going on with Godzilla. And if you go back looking at the posters and trailers, it still works, and you can still see this as a good movie. The movie teases something else different, and its promising marketing actually works. It tries to tease us Godzilla, and then suddenly teases us the battle between the Mutos. But in 2019, right now, we're supposed to have Godzilla fighting the Titans. And did we have that? No. We have that like until the end of the film. So what did we have in the first film throughout the first half? The film situation. The situation that the humans are going through. Yes, I'm having issues with the humans right now. Like, what is happening in the film? Can't we just get straight to the Titans? I mean, the Titans did make some great appearance in the film, but when it comes to the characters of the film, it bothers me a lot. That I'm gonna have a hard time enjoying the film when it comes to the characters, which I find it disappointing seeing them. But let's be honest, the VFX in this film, it's gorgeous. The VFX is gorgeous. They take place in the winter night, and it takes place in a world where it feels like it's hell right now. And that's what I find glorious about the film. There's massive mess going on after the leftover of what they did. I mean, they try to bring the Titans back to life, but it feels like the first Godzilla again. Now face it, in 2014, Godzilla didn't make much appearance again, which it actually works, but it's fine in the film. But when it comes to King of the Monsters, we're getting the same thing all over again. I mean, the director promised we're gonna have more appearance for the film, but Godzilla making not much appearance, well, there's a reason which I understand. I mean, not most of the Titans try to share their appearance between each one of them, especially King Ghidorah, because he's like the main villain of the story. I mean, when you see the third act, when you finally get to see the Titans battling each other, that's all we want. That's what we care about this film. And I'm having a hard time trying to get that, because we're going to the first and the second act, we have to go through many bad things until the third act. It's finally the only part I can enjoy with. The characters, don't get me started with the humans. I'm not going to discuss the humans. I'm not going to discuss the humans. I'm not going to discuss the humans. This reminds me of Skull Island. I discuss about them, but this time, no. I'm just not. I don't want to discuss it. That's it. Maybe someday I'll tell you. But the Titans are the most important part of the film. That is supposed to be the main product of the film. I mean, Godzilla, he did great with the film. I mean, there were some epic moments with Godzilla, which I finally get to see. King Ghidorah, overall, he's the main villain in this film, and I thought King Ghidorah making their first appearance, he was very menacing in this film. Now, I wish there's many about Mothra. I wish about Mothra. I mean, Mothra was great in the film. There were really some great moments with Mothra, and I was like, that was a beautiful part over there. It's a shame that Mothra could have done more. And then there's Rodan. I mean, seeing this poster over here, that's gonna be great, but seeing Rodan himself in the film, it's like, okay, that's very menacing over there. There's a one line saying what Rodan is, and it's like, okay, that's already comforting. I can agree with that. I'm really out of words after watching this film. I just don't know what to say, and even though my friend enjoys it as much as I do, I'm gonna say this, but Godzilla King of the Monsters is a massive sequel that leaves a glorious mess to rebuild. Now, when I say a glorious mess to rebuild, here's the idea. Now, you see Godzilla, he takes over the city, and then he destroys some parts of the building, and it can be rebuilt. That's what I want for the film. The film had some many aspects that seems weak, and I wish that they could just improve that for the film. And now that the movie has turned into a universe, I don't want them to stop. I want them to continue. Overall, Godzilla King of the Monsters, it can still be enjoyable for you guys if you came here to see the Titans battling each other. I guess that'll be the only thing you'll worry about in the film, so don't think about what's happening in the film. Just think about what's happening with Titans, because the Titans, they overall have some great action in the film, and I don't think I'll have a problem until Godzilla v Kong comes out. So that's still a problem that's happening right now. So that movie, that's still happening. It's still happening, so I can't wait for that. But yeah, that was my review for Godzilla King of the Monsters. I'm just out of words right now. Also, I got some bad news for those who are looking forward to Dark Phoenix, which I won't be able to see that until 1 week after the release. So I guess I'm gonna have to do like a quick review for the film, especially for many other films like The Secret Life of Pets and maybe Men in Black International. But yeah, that was my review on Godzilla King of the Monsters. Here's the outro.